All right, so you guys wanted a deep dive on KitchenAid shears.
Kitchen shears.
Yeah, kitchen shears.
Huh?
I gotta admit, what's the big deal?
Right.
But then I saw the Amazon reviews,
Oh, yeah.
almost 80,000 of them,
Wow.
and a #1 bestseller tag.
Okay.
So clearly there's something going on here.
Yeah, these are not your average kitchen shears.
No, they're not.
If 80,000 people are raving about them,
Yeah,
there's a story here.
for sure there's a story.
That's worth uncovering.
Absolutely. So let's dive in.
Let's do it.
Now, you already sent us the Amazon listing.
Right.
So I'm guessing you already know all the basic features.
Yeah, premium stainless steel,
Micro-serrated blades,
soft grip handle,
protective sheath,
dishwasher safe.
the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
But honestly, those descriptions, they don't really tell the whole story.
Oh, they don't.
It's like reading the ingredients list on a cake mix.
That's right. You know what's in it, but
Yeah, but you don't know
you don't know how it comes together.
how it all comes together to make this delicious cake.
Exactly.
So let's go beyond the marketing jargon
Let's get into it.
and look at what these shears actually do.
Yeah, what makes them so special?
And how they do it so well.
Exactly.
So first up, sharpness.
Okay.
The reviews are just overflowing with comments about how incredibly sharp these shears are
Oh, yeah.
and how effortlessly they slice through everything.
Mm-hmm.
One reviewer even said they used them to cut up a whole chicken,
A whole chicken.
bones and all.
Wow, that's impressive.
I know.
But it makes me wonder what makes them so sharp.
Yeah,
It's not just the premium stainless steel. That's pretty standard for kitchen shears.
right.
There must be something else going on here.
So I was digging a little deeper, and I noticed a lot of reviewers were specifically praising the micro-serrated blades.
The micro-serrated blades.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, I'll admit I had to brush up on my kitchen tool terminology here.
Okay.
So micro-serrations are basically these tiny saw-like teeth along the blade's edge,
Interesting.
and they help to grip the material being cut,
Uh-huh.
which prevents it from slipping and allows for a cleaner, more precise cut.
Oh, I see.
It's kind of like a mini saw.
A mini saw for your kitchen?
For your kitchen, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
So those micro-serrations are probably why people are saying it cuts through chicken so easily.
I think so, especially when you're dealing with tougher materials
Yeah,
like poultry skin or even bone.
makes sense.
And it seems like those micro-serrations are also helping with the shear's longevity.
Okay.
People are consistently mentioning how they hold up over time, even with frequent use.
Okay.
One reviewer even said they've had their KitchenAid shears for 5 years,
5 years.
and they're still as sharp as the day they bought them.
Wow.
I know that's pretty impressive.
So it sounds like good design and quality materials.
Yeah.
But I think those micro-serrations are also contributing to that.
Yeah, because by gripping the material, they reduce the force needed to cut, which in turn reduces wear and tear on the blades themselves.
It's a subtle detail, but it makes a big difference in the long run.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got sharpness and durability covered,
Okay.
but what about versatility?
Versatility?
Are these shears just a one-trick pony, or can they handle more than just, chicken dismemberment?
Well, from what I'm seeing in the reviews,
Mhm.
these things are like multitaskers.
Really?
People are using them for everything.
Like what?
From snipping herbs to opening stubborn packaging.
Right.
Even trimming flowers in the garden.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
You wouldn't expect that level of precision and control from heavy-duty shears.
It's funny, I always thought of kitchen shears as mainly for cutting up raw meat or poultry.
Yeah.
But after reading these reviews, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah.
One reviewer even talked about using them to finely chop herbs and lettuces
Herbs and lettuces.
without bruising the delicate leaves,
Oh.
which I've always struggled with.
Yeah, that's a good point. So they have that delicate touch,
Yeah.
but also that brute strength we talked about earlier. That's
Yeah.
a really interesting combination.
Yeah, that's what sets these shears apart.
Totally.
It's not just about power.
Right.
It's about control and adaptability.
Exactly.
So it seems like these shears are ticking a lot of boxes.
They are.
Sharpness, durability, versatility.
Checking all the boxes.
But like with any popular product,
Right.
there are bound to be some dissenting voices in the crowd.
There always are.
And one thing that kept popping up in the reviews was the cleaning situation.
The cleaning.
Yeah, specifically the fact that these shears don't come apart.
Oh, right.
So a lot of reviewers praise the dishwasher safe design,
Yeah.
But several mentioned having difficulty getting into all the nooks and crannies.
Oh, yeah, around the pivot point.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, especially if you're not cleaning it thoroughly.
Right, bacteria could build up.
Exactly. And some folks even express concern about potential rusting over time.
Rusting.
Because you can't fully disassemble them to dry them properly.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So it seems like a bit of a trade-off.
Yeah.
Seamless design for strength and durability,
Right.
but potential cleaning challenges.
Yeah, you get one, you lose one.
The tough choice.
It is, and I think it highlights the importance of user needs and priorities.
For sure.
Like for some people, that ease of a solid construction might outweigh the cleaning concerns.
Yeah.
But for others, especially those who are really meticulous about hygiene
Right.
or concerned about long-term rust, this could be a deal breaker.
It could be.
It really comes down to individual preferences
Yeah.
and how you prioritize the different features.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of these deep dives.
I love it.
We get to go beyond the marketing hype and really dig into the nuances of what makes a product tick.
Yes.
And what might make it a perfect fit or complete miss
Yeah.
for different folks.
It's all about empowering the listener
Yeah.
to make informed decisions
Absolutely.
based on what they value.
And speaking of value, another thing that kept popping up in the reviews was the price point.
The price point.
Yeah. A lot of people are praising these shears for their affordability,
Okay.
especially compared to other high-end kitchen shears on the market.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a key factor,
it is.
especially when you consider all the features we've talked about.
I know.
High quality materials,
Sharp, durable blades.
versatile applications.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, to get all that at an affordable price.
Yeah.
It's no wonder they're a hit.
So it seems like we're starting to paint a pretty clear picture here.
I think so.
These aren't just your average kitchen shears.
Nope.
There's sharpness, durability, and versatility,
Right.
all at a reasonable price.
That's the winning combo.
That's a winning combination for sure.
Yeah, in the eyes of thousands of customers.
It is.
And you know those customer reviews,
Yeah.
they offer a treasure trove of insight
They do.
that go way beyond the basic product description.
Absolutely. And there's one detail that really caught my eye.
Oh, what's that?
The color.
The color.
Yeah.
Sure.
You wouldn't think it would be such a big deal.
No, not really.
But several reviewers specifically mentioned how much they love the color of these shears.
Seriously.
Seriously.
The color.
The color.
That's fascinating. It seems like such a minor detail.
It does. But I guess it speaks to how even the smallest things
Yeah.
can impact our enjoyment of a tool.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that pop of color in the drawer.
Maybe.
Or maybe just makes them feel more stylish and fun to use.
It could be.
Whatever it is, it's a good reminder that functionality isn't the only thing that matters.
Exactly. Even with something as practical as kitchen shears,
Right.
personal preference and aesthetics can play a role
For sure.
in our overall satisfaction.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have
Sharpness, durability, versatility,
affordability,
affordability.
and even the surprising appeal of color.
Yes. But before we move on, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What has stood out to you the most so far?
That's a good question.
What's really piqued your interest about these KitchenAid shears?
You know, for me, it's that combination of brute strength and delicate precision. The fact that these shears can effortlessly cut through bone,
Right.
yet also finely chop herbs without bruising.
It's amazing.
That's a remarkable feat of design and engineering.
It is.
It really speaks to that versatility
Yeah.
that I honestly didn't expect.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm also really intrigued by the cleaning issue.
Yeah.
Is the inability to take them apart just a minor inconvenience or a potential deal breaker?
Yeah.
There seem to be strong opinions on both sides.
They're due.
And that brings us to a key question.
Okay, let's hear it.
Are these specific shears, with all their quirks and benefits,
Yeah,
truly worth it?
that is the question.
Or would a basic multi-purpose tool be good enough for most people?
It's like, is this the kitchen equivalent of having a dedicated pastry blender
Okay.
versus just using a fork?
I like that analogy.
Yeah,
That's the million-dollar question.
it is.
And I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all answer.
Yeah,
It really depends, on how you cook, what you prioritize, and what kind of budget you're working with.
right.
Like if you're somebody who cooks really elaborate meals,
Uh-huh.
with tons of fresh ingredients every day, maybe a dedicated pair of high-quality shears
Yeah,
is a no-brainer.
it makes sense.
But for somebody who mostly relies on pre-chopped veggies,
Right.
frozen dinners, it might seem like overkill.
Yeah, too much.
You know what I mean?
Totally. It's all about assessing your own needs and habits.
Absolutely.
And honestly, sometimes it's about more than just practicality.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's about the joy of using a well-made tool
Totally.
that feels good in your hands.
Yes.
And makes cooking more enjoyable.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
There's something satisfying about having the right tool for the job.
Even if it's something as simple as kitchen shears.
You know, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I could use a regular knife to open this package. But wouldn't it be so much more fun
Oh, fun, yeah.
to whip out my trusty shears?
Yeah, and maybe even a little bit cooler.
Yeah, and a little bit cooler. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
So it's not always about a purely rational cost-benefit analysis.
It's not, no.
Sometimes it's about the emotional connection we have with our tools
Yes.
and how they contribute to our overall experience in the kitchen,
I love that point.
you know?
And speaking of emotional connections,
Yeah.
there's another aspect of these KitchenAid shears that I found really intriguing.
Okay, what's that?
The fact that some reviewers were using them for tasks outside the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
We touched on the gardening example earlier,
Yeah.
but some people were even using them for crafts repairs, even grooming pets.
Whoa, pet grooming.
I know, right?
That's taking multi-purpose to a whole new level.
That's pretty impressive.
I never would have thought of using kitchen shears on my dog.
Yeah, but if they're sharp and durable enough to cut through chicken bones,
Yeah.
maybe dog hair's no match for them.
Maybe not.
It's funny, it speaks to the level of trust
Right.
that people have developed in these shears.
Yeah.
They've become the go-to tool,
Yeah.
not just for cooking, but for all sorts of tasks
Yeah.
that require precision and a little bit of muscle.
Sure.
It's fascinating.
And maybe there's a bit of a MacGyver element at play here, too.
MacGyver.
You know, that feeling of satisfaction you get
Yeah.
from finding these clever uses for everyday objects.
Oh, absolutely. Like a life hack.
A life hack.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great.
And it brings us back to that earlier question.
Okay.
Is a dedicated pair of kitchen shears really necessary?
Right.
Or can we just make do with whatever we have?
You know, I think the answer is both yes and no.
Okay, how so?
It all comes down to context.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a pinch and you need to open a package,
Sure, use your car keys or a butter knife, whatever works.
whatever's around.
But if you're looking for a tool that will consistently deliver
Yes.
precision, durability,
Yeah.
and, even a touch of joy in the kitchen,
Right.
then maybe a dedicated pair of shears like the KitchenAid ones we've been discussing is worth considering.
I think so.
Yeah,
And it's worth noting that even within the realm of kitchen shears,
right.
there's a whole range of options.
Oh, yeah?
Like some have built-in bottle openers, nutcrackers,
Wow.
even spring-loaded mechanisms
Yeah.
for extra cutting power.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. It's a whole world of specialized tools out there.
It's like a secret society of kitchen gadgets.
I love it.
And that's part of what makes this so much fun.
Yeah.
Uncovering the hidden gems
Yes.
and unexpected possibilities that exist within the world of everyday tools.
I love it.
But here's something I've been thinking about.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the pros
Mm-hmm.
of dedicated kitchen shears.
Yeah.
But are there any potential downsides?
Downsides.
Like, aside from the cleaning issue,
Right.
is there anything else we should be aware of?
That's a great question. One thing that comes to mind is the potential for injury.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, kitchen shears are inherently sharp tools,
Yeah,
and if they're not handled properly, they can be dangerous.
that's a good point.
Yeah. It's a good reminder to always be careful
Uh-huh.
when using any sharp tool in the kitchen.
Yeah, whether it's a knife, a grater, or a pair of shears.
Exactly.
And it's especially important to teach children about kitchen safety
Absolutely.
and to supervise them closely if they're helping out in the kitchen.
For sure.
On that note, I remember reading a review where a parent mentioned using these KitchenAid shears to cut up food for their toddler.
Oh, wow.
And they were praising the shears' ability to create bite-sized pieces
Uh-huh.
without crushing or squishing delicate foods.
Yeah, that's a great example of how the right tool can actually make a task safer.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to cut up food for a toddler with a regular knife
Oh my,
can be so nerve-wracking.
I know.
But shears offer a lot more control and stability.
I agree.
It's a much better option.
Yeah, and it highlights the importance of choosing tools
Yeah.
that are appropriate for the task at hand.
Absolutely.
Because using the wrong tool can not only be frustrating, but it can also be dangerous.
You got it.
And it's not just about safety. It's about efficiency, too.
Efficiency?
The right tool can save you time and effort,
For sure.
allowing you to focus on the more enjoyable
Yeah.
aspects of cooking.
Absolutely.
Speaking of efficiency, one reviewer mentioned using these shears to quickly remove the backbone from a chicken before roasting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently it's much faster and easier than using a knife.
Interesting. Have you ever tried that?
I haven't used these specific shears for that,
Yeah.
but I have used poultry shears for that purpose,
Uh-huh.
and it does make a significant difference.
Yeah, it's a technique called spatchcocking.
Spatchcocking.
Yeah.
That's a word I haven't heard before.
It's a funny word.
It is.
But it's a great technique.
Okay.
You basically flatten the chicken
Uh-huh.
by removing the backbone, which allows it to lie flat in the roasting pan.
Okay.
And that exposes more surface area to the heat,
Right.
so it cooks more evenly and more quickly.
So it sounds a little bit intimidating, but I'm always up for trying new techniques.
You should try it.
Okay, I will.
It's really easy, and the results are delicious.
And apparently these KitchenAid shears are up to the task.
They are.
It seems like they're not just for basic snipping and chopping.
No.
They can handle some serious poultry prep work, too.
They're heavy duty.
Yeah.
It all goes back to that strength and precision.
Yeah.
That perfect balance.
That we keep coming back to.
Exactly. That's what makes them so versatile.
So we've got safety, efficiency, and versatility.
Checking all the boxes.
All compelling reasons to consider adding a dedicated pair of kitchen shears to your culinary arsenal.
I think so.
But before we wrap up, I want to address one more detail
Okay.
that came up in the reviews.
Yeah.
The whole left-handed versus right-handed debate.
Oh.
Because while the product description states that the shears are ambidextrous,
Uh-huh.
some left-handed reviewers mentioned that they found the shears to be slightly more comfortable for right-handed use.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a subtle design detail,
It is.
but it can make a big difference
It can.
in terms of usability and comfort.
And it's a good reminder that even with the best intentions, sometimes design choices can inadvertently favor one dominant hand over the other.
For sure.
And it highlights the importance of paying attention to user feedback,
Absolutely.
especially from those who might have different needs or preferences.
Exactly. And that brings us back to you, our listener.
Yes.
As we've explored the ins and outs of these KitchenAid shears, has anything in particular resonated with you?
Yeah, are you leaning towards embracing a dedicated pair of shears?
Or are you sticking with your trusty multi-purpose tools?
Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
After all, this deep dive is all about helping you make informed decisions.
Exactly.
About the tools that best suit your needs and preferences.
And who knows, maybe you have a favorite pair of kitchen shears that you swear by.
Ooh, yeah.
Tell us about them.
We're always open to new discoveries and learning from our listeners' experiences.
For sure.
So feel free to share your thoughts, your tips, and your favorite kitchen hacks with us.
Yeah,
You know, it's been pretty fascinating to really dissect these KitchenAid shears.
it has.
I feel like we've gone from what's the big deal
Yeah.
to like uncovering all these hidden layers
Right.
of design and functionality and even a bit of emotion,
A little bit of heart.
you know?
Yeah, it's amazing how much there is to unpack,
Right.
even with something as simple as kitchen shears.
I know, and I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
I think so too.
You know, we've talked about sharpness, durability, versatility,
Right.
even a surprising role of color preference.
Who knew?
We've touched on safety concerns, the potential for injury, the importance of using the right tool for the job.
All important stuff.
Absolutely. And we've explored the whole, dedicated tools versus multi-purpose tools.
Right. The age-old debate.
And there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
It all comes down
It's
to...
personal needs and preferences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But amidst all this discussion, there's one element that I think we should circle back to.
Okay, what's that?
The whole idea of maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yeah. These shears are clearly built to last.
They are.
But even the toughest tools need a little TLC now and then.
A little love.
Right.
That's a really good point. Durability is fantastic,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean you can completely neglect them.
No, it doesn't. And when it comes to kitchen shears,
Yeah.
sharpening is key.
Sharpening is key.
It's funny, I never really thought about sharpening kitchen shears before.
Really?
I guess I just assumed they'd stay sharp forever, or that I'd just replace them when they got dull.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm realizing that's kind of a wasteful mindset.
A little bit.
Yeah, and sharpening isn't as complicated as it might seem.
No, it's not.
There are plenty of tools and techniques available,
Right.
from simple handheld sharpeners to more, specialized equipment.
Exactly. A little bit of research and practice can go a long way
I think you're right.
in extending the life of your shears.
Yeah, and it's not just about sharpness.
Right.
Keeping that pivot point clean and lubricated is also essential
Yes.
for smooth operation and preventing rust.
Absolutely. I'm sensing a theme here.
Oh, what's that?
Respecting your tools.
Respecting your tool.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that even everyday objects deserve our care and attention. And by taking the time to maintain our tools, we're not just extending their lifespan, we're also acknowledging the value that they bring to our lives.
Yeah, it's a bit like taking care of a well-loved car.
Exactly.
You know, regular maintenance ensures a smooth ride for years to come.
A smooth ride for years to come. I love that.
So to recap, we've got a pair of shears that are sharp, durable, versatile, and affordable.
The dream team.
They can tackle everything from poultry prep to delicate herb snipping.
Right.
And with a little bit of care, they'll be a trusty companion in the kitchen for years to come.
I think so, but the story doesn't end there, does it?
What do you mean?
This deep dive has been about more than just this one product.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's been about exploring the world of kitchen tools,
Right.
understanding our own needs and preferences,
Yes.
and embracing the joy of using well-made objects that enhance our everyday experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this exploration of the KitchenAid shears,
Yes.
we want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay, hit us with it.
Take a moment to appreciate the tools that surround you.
Yes.
The ones that make your life easier, more efficient, more enjoyable.
A little thing.
And remember,
Yeah.
even the simplest tools can spark a sense of curiosity,
Right.
creativity, and connection.
I love that.
Whether it's a trusty pair of shears, a well-worn chef's knife, or a humble wooden spoon. There's beauty to be found in the objects that help us create and nourish ourselves.
So well said.
Until next time, happy cooking.
Happy cooking, everyone.
And may your kitchen adventures be filled with delicious discoveries.